Howdy all y'all, it's time for cake. I've been being kinda busy, you know me. I actually didn't get a whole lot done the other day, but today I'm trying to make up for it. So let's see how our little science project is doing over here. Looks like we've got 6 blocks already converted. Now I'm going to go ahead and mine these out because I might be wrong. I mean, I don't know what the code actually says, but I've always thought that the way most of these things run in Minecraft is that, you know, every so many ticks it checks to see if something can happen to each block that's near this barrel. And that means if it's already happened, say like, growth ticks in a wheat field, right? I mean, if the wheat's full grown already and you didn't harvest it, any chance it has for growing more is going to be kind of lost. So we got 6 mossy stones so far for our quest. And I think we're going to need, let me see, we're going to need, we only need 1. Well, but we do need a ball of moss. And a ball of moss takes 9. So, yeah, we're going to need 3 more. Now, the other thing that we did last time that we started up, when we're talking about our little science fair here, we got our mycelium going, we got our witch water converting, and it is ready to roll. And that we can just, I think, go ahead and turn in. So yeah, magical water, unclaimed reward, and that's going to give us 1 more mycelium. And I'm just going to put that right down there next to the other one. And I really don't have a place to put that, so for now it's just going to stay where the hell it is. What other deviltry did we want to do today? Let's see. I know I was going to talk about crops, but I want to see if I can knock out 1 or 2 things that I've improved on lately. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay, over here. You may remember this is where I was going to be working to make obsidian. And I showed you by putting a bucket of water on top of the stone barrel full of lava, we could get some obsidian. Well, if you set yourself up so that water is just sitting there, then you can come over here, grab your bucket of lava, stick it in there, bam, it's obsidian. You just take it right out again, grab another bucket. And now I've got 10 obsidian. What will I do with that? Well, it turns out I finally found a use for that iron door that was floating in midair on day 1. So we got a hole in the floor, is what we got. I better plug that. And while I'm at it, these walls need a little bit of filling. But for the time being, I'm not going to go any further than that. For starters, I don't have a flint and steel. I could make one. But my experience with Agrarian Skies 1 was that anytime your portal was active, stuff could spawn through it, and the pigmen were hostile. So that's why this is all walled off and all with stone. Those of you who've been watching my Banished pack know that I've been getting kind of mob paranoid lately and used to building things kind of tough because the mobs in that package will actually come looking for you. That is, they will noob pillar right up beneath your midair base. They will build bridges out to it. They will build bridges across lava. They will dig through stone and dirt and sand and gravel. They will come for you. Obsidian is about your only protector. Well, I think that's a fair bit done. Now that doesn't complete nothing for us. Wait, why is this complete? Oh, because it wants us to have an ender pearl, and we already got an ender pearl from that quest? Yeah, that quest. Okay, well that's nice. So now we have 2 ender pearls. Hot dog. Alright, free beer, I'll take it. Alright, so last episode, one of the things we worked on that didn't go so well is I tried to show you after only 1 generation or so how the numbers would change. Now, if I look over here, this is our 111. Let me find a crop. That one. This is our 111. And I just grew it out diagonally the way I was showing you the other day. So in theory, this here should be the most powerful set of seeds we got. But in reality, it might be this one. It might be this one, and it might be this one. It's hard to say. So we're going to look at all three of them and see how they've changed from 111. Okay, we got a 444. That's nice. And a 433. You notice we broke 3 wheat crops and we got 4 wheat. That's because 4 gain gives you 2 whatever crop you got planted. So I'm guessing this will be another 3. Yep, that's a 432. So we got a 432, a 433, and a 444. So that's the one we want to go forward with right there. So I'm going to grab my crops, and we are going to lay waste to this wheat field real quick here. Alrighty. And we're going to basically start over in this corner. And that's our 444 seeds, as you can see. And hopefully, maybe by the time it all grows out to here again, we'll have 888. Let's look at how the carrots went. Now that's going to be a 111. Yep, that was our 111. And let's look at these 3 right here. Okay, that is 433, 332, and 444. So once again, we got a 444 out of all that, which is very nice. That's kind of on track for what we want to see. So I'm going to bust up the rest of these carrots. Now I got an awful lot of seeds kind of just sitting in my inventory that aren't all that useful. So I'm going to take the ones that stack, and I'm putting them in here because this is kind of becoming my Botania chest. And in Botania we can use these seeds to turn them into other plants. Now the remainder of these, kind of creeping up on the edge here, are just going overboard, because I cannot be bothered. So we're just going to chuck all that. And same kind of deal up to apply to our potato crop right here. That's going to be our 111 that we planted first. Yep. And right here, hopefully, it's going to be a 444. Well, we got 2 potatoes out of it, so we know it's got at least a 4 there. 343. Not as good as the others. Let's look at this one and this one. 433. Okay, so see, that far corner is not always, yeah, it varies. 233. I'm going to take 343 because it produces more potatoes faster. So we're going to replant that. And I'm just going to rip the rest of this up. And same deal as before. The seeds which stack up best, I'm just going to drop right in there. And make sure this is our 343 we're replanting. Y'all know what I'm about to do. Yep. That was a gimme. And this one, 443. Not as bad as the potatoes, but not as good as the wheat and the carrots. Let's have a look at these two. Now, one of them might be better, but there is no way ever that both of them will be better than the far corner. Reason for that is that if the far corner one sprouted beforehand or it sprouted from one of the other ones, nope, 342, 433, 443. So this is our go-to right down here. All right. Okay, and I actually have more than one stack of crop sticks. That's interesting. Alright, let's get rid of all the rest of this. Sorry fellas, you all know how quick the inventory can get cluttered when you're streaming like this, and I sure don't want to start off by filling it all up. Now we're a third of the way in. It's 10 minutes, but even so, you know, kinda try not to get so cluttered so early. Alright. And over here, I am saving some of my seeds. Now, those do not need saving at this point. So let's put these all away. And we're starting, you know, food is no longer quite a scary thing at this point. Food is pretty damned easy at this point. And I'm actually going to put my dirt in here. And I'm going to put the spare crop sticks in here too. And I am just going to throw away those wheat seeds, and I'm going to throw away those potato seeds. And we still got mushroom and sugarcane seeds. Now those sugarcane seeds are ex nihilo sugarcane seeds, and for whatever reason, they do not like to be planted in crops. So we are going to have to crossbreed to make sugarcane seeds that are actually useful. And that may not sound like it makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. Crossbreed what? How do you make sugarcane from plants that ain't sugarcane? Well, it's magic. Alright, let's see. So that takes care of that pretty well. I want to move into Botania a little bit. Now, I still don't believe I've got a way to make a book. Let me see here. Alright, we can make books. The problem is that other recipe wanted a book and a quill. And to make a quill, well, I'd need some chickens. And so far, I have not chosen to hatch those eggs. So, yeah. I may set myself up a little poultry place soon. But, see, the thing is, in this mod pack, the suckers are hostile. And I mean seriously hostile. They will come for you. And, if you've, ever seen the first episode of my hubris, I've been uploading it a little bit at a time. Just, I don't know, I thought maybe it might be fun. But I'm not sure now, looking back at it. I might just start over with that. Anyhow, if you've seen the first episode, you know that after that mess, man, it's a wonder I can hold my head up in a Kentucky Fried. It really is. So, instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at some of the other quests that we ain't really gotten into yet. Well, we still don't have our kill quest because I still haven't built a mob spawner. Bad me. I need to do that thing. Mossy Cobble, well, it's being worked on. How is that coming? I know, I shouldn't even look. It's not doing nothing. Alright. So let's see. We've got, here we go, water Aqueous Accumulator. Now this is going to be our first real machine, as it were. It's going to give us some apples, which is nice, but more importantly, it's going to give us some water-infused stone, and that will hopefully let us get rolling a little bit in Thaumcraft, because Thaumcraft strikes me as something that could be rather handy here. So we're going to work on that, and I've set aside some supplies. Now the gears are made in the gear cast that we got as a quest reward. When you try to cast a gear, be sure you've got at least 4 of whatever ore you want to cast it in, because man, last thing you want is to have like 3 and have to break it or something. Particularly if you did not build a floor underneath your smelter, and breaking things means you may lose the whole kit and caboodle. So let me see here. What we need to make with this is we need to make a basic machine thingamy here. Let me see. Stone chopper, no. Stone planer. That's machine frame, basic. Alright, so it's 10 gear, 4 glass, 4 iron. And that is what I set aside. So that's what we're going to get. And that's step 1. And then for step 2, we got to make ourselves a pneumatic servo. And this should be old hat for anybody who's ever done, you know, much of anything in terms of automation. But Doesn't stop me from getting it all backward and screwing it all up. Now, does it? That way? Yeah, that way. There we go. So that gives us that. And then we put it all together. And we're going to have pretty much always your machine frames in the middle. Servos tend to go low. Gears tend to go low. And then you're going to have glass, and then you're going to have whatever the heck makes sense for what you're building here. In our case, that's a bucket. So I can take that, and I can put that any place that we've got water, and it will start filling up. In fact, I think in this mod pack, yeah, it'll actually gather water vapor that's just in the air, I think. Does it actually need... oh, that's interesting. Check that out. Something's wrong with the texture. Look at this. It's filling up with water. It doesn't need power. It doesn't need anything. It's just filling itself up with water. Now, I don't currently need that because we have this lovely 3x3 pool over here. Come on, break for me. However, it may be helpful later on for automation. So we're going to put that aside. And actually, let's keep that in our dang inventory till we turn the quest in, just in case. Alright, there we go. We're going to pick water-infused stone, because we may or may not get something useful out of this reward bag, but this sure as heck will be useful for Thaumcraft. Alrighty, let's see. Did that open anything new? Not really. Okay, well, next thing in line then. This is, you may remember I was kind of looking at this earlier when we had to make flour. This is not going to be so very useful to us because it kind of does things, it kind of doesn't do anything that we ain't seen before and we don't have some other way to do. You know, it can turn grain to flour. Well, we got a mortar and pestle will do that. Unless this gives us 2 for every grain, which I don't think it does, there's not much point. Ore into dust, well, it's not an ore doubler. It'll let us make alloys outside the smeltery, but we got the smeltery. We don't need that. Bones into powder? Really? Is that a big deal? Well, it is a big deal to go ahead and get the quests done. So we'll go ahead and do this thing, even though I have to say I'm not all that impressed by it as a technology. It was real helpful to have in crash landing before you get hold of your first ever it's not really a smeltery that you get when you're starting out. I'm trying to remember what might I call that thing? And actually, come to think of it, I got to undo all this because we got to make a wood gear. And to make a wood gear, we are going to convert some of our crops back into sticks and put them in a diamond shape. That gets us our wood gear. Alright, now with that, we can go ahead and... Too high. We can go ahead and get things set up here. And this is just 3 Certus quartz, which we got from sifting, 3 stone, couple cobble, and our wood gear. Now that gives us the grindstone, but we still got to make the stick to turn it with, hand crank. So this is, I mean, it's a thing. It does stuff, but really, it ain't all that useful. It's kind of the sad cousin for most applications. You really will do better if you got a pulverizer in most cases, and that's not that far off for us. Now I'm curious, I don't think we got any bones. Nope, I got no bones. First time I get a bone, I'll put it in there and see if it's actually worth a damn, but honestly, I'm skeptical. This, by the way, is completely full, and if we take a stack out, it's immediately got a stack ready waiting in the pipe. It's crazy. It's just, that's the best way to set up a cobble gen I know of. Alright, so let's see, what other deviltry can we do? Well, did we turn that in? It recorded it, that's good. Oh, we're going to get 8 bones. Now, we can get a full heart or we can get a reward bag. Truth is, I haven't lost a life yet. So I'm going to go for the reward bag. And there's our bones. So I'm going to go over here and we're going to try it on. Just going to put one bone in there. And we got to manually crank it. Just right-click every time it stops. And if it doesn't move when you right-click it, then don't try clicking it more than once because you can break the crank. Okay, that is worthwhile then, because normally with bones you only get 3 powder out of every bone. So it's not quite an ore doubler, it's more of a bone meal 3/4 or some dang thing. I don't know. I'm going to put that over here with all of our off-cut stuff from sieving. Okay, what does that leave us with? Alright, let's see. That looks like, yeah. Did that open anything? Nope. Okay, let's do this one. Trash can is chest, 5 cobble, 3 stone. I know you're all looking at that reward bag wondering what's in there. Come on, what's in there? Well, I don't know either. We'll find out in a sec. So there's our trash can. And that's going to give us a void bag, which is kind of a portable trash can. And these things, I mean, I suppose they're useful for some folks who have too much crap, but I generally just chuck stuff over the side of the skyblock. I mean, it's easy peasy, but anything you put in there, it's going to go away. So let's see now. What exactly is in the bag? Oh, it's decor. 16 heart glass, some bluebells, an amaranth sapling. Okay, well, we can make purple wood if we care to. That's not the most useful thing we could have possibly got, but what the heck, I'm not going to complain. Not going to complain. Every so often, you get something awesome, and that wasn't one of those times, that's all. I'm going to put this water-infused stone away for the time being. Alright, I'm going to just put it down here in kind of the corner. And I'm going to put the accumulator there too, and that's just going to be holding stuff that we've made with questing. Let's see, we've still got a little bit of time. What else can we do? This thing's complicated. I'm going to have to actually read up on that, and I don't want to be spending all my time in Google while I'm recording. Let's see. That's go to the nether. Maybe next time. That's soul sand. Right-click in a barrel of witch water with sand creates soul sand. Hot dog. Do I have any sand? I don't have any sand. Well, there's an easy solution for that. Alright, that gives me some gravel. And there's my sand. Alright, so let's put that in there, and that turns into soul sand. Cool, okay. And I'm going to go ahead and fill that up just so it can be making more witch water. Eventually, we're going to end up with kind of a soul sand assembly line and an automated system for the dirt and the trees. But at the moment, I'm not too worried about that. Let's see now. Well, we got 6-7 minutes left. What other deviltry can we do? We never did knock out the slab furnace. That's kind of a shame. That's an easy bit of low-hanging fruit. Because I never made it the first time. I went ahead and got the extra 2 cobble that were needed in order to get a full-size furnace. Well, there's our slab furnace. Because you can't hook up pipes and stuff to the slab furnace for automation purposes. So it's kind of limited in a way. And what's that going to get us? That's going to get us bone crook and a reward bag. Pick one. Bone crook, reward bag. What the heck? Okay, that's a bone crook with unbreaking 6 and fortune 6. In the original one, this sucker was gold. And I think it was called a gold Nixon. And you got to be at least my age to have half a hope of knowing what that's about. Well, now we got a quarter heart, and I don't quite rightly know what to do. I got a half heart there. I should probably take a couple of quests that give me heart rewards soon. I also should probably start getting things organized around here. And with that in mind, let's go ahead and make a barrel. I know there's a quest for it. So I'm going to use up that spruce wood so it stops taking up space and it don't stack with the oak. And I'm actually going to need some more oak. Speaking of oak. Do I have some slabs? Yes, I do. Alright, so the way we're going to do this is we take a chest in the middle and we put like a barrel shape of just oak logs around it and then a slab on top, and that makes us the better barrel. Now the better barrel, this sucker is pretty awesome. It will hold 64 stacks of one item. So for example, if I put it over here, that would hold much more than the chest I've got here right now. Just as a for example, say. The other possible thing to do with it is you can set up a sorting system using pipes so that every object goes into its own barrel. I'll probably be doing that in another episode or two. Let's see, there had to have been a quest for that. There's like a whole section on storage wars. There we go. And that's going to get us a structural upgrade for our barrels. I'm going to save that for the time being. Trees are popping, I notice. What else is around here? Oh, we could get the portable fluid thing running. No, I don't think I have any glass made. Actually, let's look up what it takes to make a Lexica Botania. Just a regular book and any old sapling. Let's do that thing. We've got a regular book. Only reason we don't have the other book is that it required a feather for a quill. Okay, there's our Lexica Botania. And I don't know that that completes any kind of a quest or not. Botanical engineering. It doesn't, but we have the rewards from our Podzol last time when we were... Oh, look at that. It gives us a Lexica Botania. Oh, great. Well, alright. We got a spare. Grand. Hot dog. And that gave us a white flower seed. We got a bunch of these seeds over here. And I'm going to need a couple of white flowers pretty early on. So I'm going to go ahead and plant those. Oh, I can't plant them. That's interesting. Huh. Do they only grow in these things? Or do I need to till the soil first? Normally you can just plant these puppies on grass. Oh, I'm not sure I like the look of this. Oh, it's growing. Alright. Well, I'm going to need more than one. So, may as well kick it off. Well, knowing that now, I'm going to have to think ahead and see what other seeds I'm going to need in the near future. In normal Minecraft, if you have Botania and you just plunk them down and you're not dealing with all these crops, they will just immediately be a full-grown plant. You can pluck the petals off them and start doing stuff immediately. So we don't have that luxury. So there goes me trying to fill a little bit of time by getting started in Botania. So the next thing it's going to want, of course, is a petal apothecary. Well, that's going to take a flower petal, and none of the flowers are ready. I did not think that one through. One other thing I thought I might mention, over here in tinkering, every dang time that we take stuff out of the smeltery and we have more than 2 of any given kind of thing, there's a quest for that. So the next one up is bronze. So all that would be is, well, we got iron in there right now. Put some tin and copper in there and I would have bronze. But yeah, it's going to just gradually, as as I pull stuff out of the smeltery, it's going to just gradually be fulfilling this, except I have a feeling that the redstone and diamond, because I already got those from sifting, I'm not even going to have to bother with those puppies. Okay, well, fellas, this looks kind of like a good place to stop. So thank you all for coming by. I do appreciate it. And if you would, drop me a like. You can drop me a dislike if you want. But definitely drop me a line. Throw me a note. Let me know what you think. Let me know any advice you got. I got one person who's given me good advice just about every dang time I post a video. But it'd be nice to hear from other people too, you know. I know there's a few of you watching. So y'all have a great day, and tell your friends, cake is good for you.